It was a convergence of people, a strategic point, and now a historical monument. Fort Monroe in Hampton is viewed by historians as the place that shaped our nation. 10 of your side's Nick Broadway digs into its rich history tonight for Spirit of America. Celebrate 250.
In many ways, the history of Fort Monroe shaped the country we live in today.
The convergence of three cultures, three peoples, indigenous, European, and African, that together, through their resiliency, their struggles, and really their perseverance, it lays the groundwork for the creation of the United States of America.
Its importance begins with geography, the strategic use of its waterways.
Dates all the way back to the time of the indigenous.
The Kicquetan tribe here joined the Powhatan chiefdom in the late 1500s.
They could monitor anyone coming in or out of the bay and into the waterways.
This made it easier to observe the Chesapeake Bay and keep enemies out of their land. The English landed here in the 1600s, also seeking to take advantage of this geography, naming it Point Comfort.
They can monitor, just like the Powhatan, anyone coming in or out of the bay and entering or exiting the James River as well.
Cargo coming in and out had to be stopped and inspected by the English. This applied to the ships forcefully bringing the first African slaves here. By the time of the American Revolution, the ruins of the English Fort George remained. Most people lived further up the peninsula in Hampton, while the Point Comfort area was occupied by Lord Dunmore.
Dunmore, prior to any battle starting, is conducting raids in Mill Creek on the people of Hampton, on their settlements, taking their supplies, food, and their enslaved individuals as well.
Rising tensions between Dunmore's forces and Hampton came to a head, leading to the first Revolution battle outside of New England, the Battle of Hampton.
It's a battle of control of the waterways.
Enslaved man and boat pilot Caesar Turan would fight for the Patriots during the war.
Very bravely during a battle, runs his ship into a British ship and captures it.
Though he was promised freedom, he would not get it right away. The General Assembly granted his freedom based on valor in 1798. Fort Monroe was built here in the early 1800s, becoming a nearly impenetrable Union force in the Civil War, untouched at the famous naval Battle of Hampton Roads. Confederates would either need to take it by water or on foot from the peninsula.
Which is a pretty long trek, and you have to get through several layers of defense to even get to the fort itself. Then you have to overcome the moat and all the cannons and the troops.
It would remain a military base until deactivation in 2011. Under proclamation from then-President Barack Obama, it became a national monument.
A place where people could come and enjoy, learn about the history, learn about the ecology and the environment, enjoy the beaches, live here, work here, you name it.
Nick Broadway, 10 on your side.